Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question that may change your life today. Have you ever felt that a single moment could change everything? That one message, one opportunity, one divine nudge could reach you and transform the path of your life? If you are hearing these words before March 21, let me tell you, there is a reason. This is not coincidence. This is God's perfect timing. You might be sitting here thinking, it's just another message, another day. But I want you to understand, there are moments in life that carry eternal significance. This is one of those moments. By the time March 21 arrives, some will have missed the opportunity to awaken their hearts, to align their lives with a divine purpose. Those of you hearing this now, before that date, are being called to witness a shift, a chance to embrace hope, transformation, and joy that will ripple through every aspect of your life. Stay with me, because in these next few minutes, I will reveal truths that will not just inspire you, but compel you to act. You will see why your timing matters, why this moment is sacred, and why celebrating this message today could be the first step toward a brighter, eternal future. Life is full of ordinary days, but some days are extraordinary. When this message reaches you before March 21st, it is a reminder that God's timing is perfect. Nothing happens by accident. Every blessing, every challenge, every encounter is placed in your path for a purpose. If you fail to recognize these moments, they slip away. But if you see the hand of God in your timing, your life can change overnight. When you receive a message at the right moment, the first response is gratitude. Gratitude opens the heart to receive more. It transforms fear into faith, doubt into trust, and anxiety into peace. Today I urge you to not just read or hear these words, celebrate them. Congratulate yourself, for acknowledging God's intervention in your life brings blessings that multiply beyond imagination. Hearing this message is not enough. Every divine message comes with a call to action. What will you do with this opportunity before March 21st? Will you remain passive, waiting for another sign? Or will you step forward with courage and faith? True change happens when we respond, when we move from mere recognition to active participation in God's plan. Some of you may be hesitant. Life has a way of filling hearts with fear, doubt, and hesitation. But the timing of this message is a reassurance. God is bigger than your doubts. God's message reaches you precisely when you need it most. Do not let fear steal this divine appointment. Embrace it. Step into it. Walk boldly toward the life that God has prepared for you. Finally, let this message remind you that your life is meant for something greater. Every step you take toward recognizing God's timing, expressing gratitude, responding to His call, and overcoming fear brings you closer to your purpose. Celebrate this moment, for it is not merely a message, it is a gateway to a life filled with hope, meaning, and eternal significance. So today, before March 21 arrives, I want you to congratulate yourself. Congratulate the life you are living, the opportunity you have been given, and the future you are stepping into. This is your moment. This is your divine timing. Hold it close, treasure it, and let it propel you into the extraordinary life that God has prepared for you. Life often feels like a string of ordinary days, each one blending into the next, each moment seeming just like any other. But there are times when the ordinary suddenly becomes extraordinary, when a single moment carries a significance far greater than we could ever imagine. Receiving this message before March 21 is one of those extraordinary moments. It is not a random coincidence, and it is certainly not by chance that these words have reached you at this very time. Every person in this room has experienced moments when things just seem to align in a way that could only be explained as divine. Perhaps it was a conversation that changed your perspective, an opportunity that appeared just when you needed it most, or a sign that nudged you toward a better decision. These moments are reminders that life is not governed merely by luck or human effort, but by perfect timing, a timing that carries the fingerprints of God. Recognizing divine timing requires more than just seeing an opportunity. It requires understanding that certain events are orchestrated to guide us, to teach us, and to bring us closer to the purpose for which we were created. Many people live their entire lives without ever pausing to see these signs, walking past opportunities, dismissing them as coincidence, or failing to understand their deeper meaning. But those who are able to recognize these moments are able to step into a flow of life that is abundant, purposeful, and blessed beyond measure. When this message reaches you before March 21, it is a gentle yet powerful reminder that there is a plan at work that is bigger than your current struggles, bigger than your doubts, and bigger than the challenges you face. Timing is not random, it is precise, and it is intentional. The challenge for us is to slow down long enough to notice it, to ask ourselves, why now? Why this message? Why this exact moment? These questions are not meant to create anxiety, but to awaken our awareness to the presence of a higher purpose in our lives. Imagine the difference it makes to realize that even the delays, the obstacles, and the frustrations you have experienced are not signs of abandonment or failure, but part of a divine timeline that is unfolding for your ultimate good. Recognizing divine timing transforms how we perceive life itself. It allows us to see setbacks as setups, failures as lessons, and waiting periods as preparation. It teaches patience, resilience, and faith, reminding us that there is a right moment for everything under heaven. The arrival of this message at this specific time is an invitation to open your eyes, to pay attention, and to trust that you are exactly where you need to be. It is a call to embrace the opportunities that present themselves, to act with intention, and to step boldly into the path that has been laid before you. Understanding divine timing also brings peace to the heart. We no longer have to chase every opportunity or fear that we are missing out on what life has to offer. Instead, we learn to trust that the right doors will open at the right time, and the moments meant for us will never pass us by. So when you consider the significance of receiving this message before March 21, let it sink deeply into your heart. Let it awaken in you a sense of wonder, gratitude, and readiness. Know that you have been given a moment to recognize the hand of God at work in your life, and that by acknowledging it, by acting upon it, you align yourself with a timing that is perfect, a timing that can lead you into blessings beyond measure, and a life lived fully in purpose, faith, and hope. This is more than just a message. It is a signpost, a reminder, and an opportunity to step into the extraordinary. When we receive a message at just the right moment, the first and most natural response should be gratitude. Gratitude is not simply a polite acknowledgement or a fleeting thank you. It is a deep, heartfelt recognition of the goodness that surrounds us, the blessings we have often overlooked, and the moments of divine intervention that touch our lives in ways we may not fully understand. When this message reaches you before March 21, it is not merely an ordinary communication. It is an extraordinary opportunity to cultivate a heart of gratitude, a moment to pause and reflect on how much has been done for you, how far you have come, and how much is still ahead. Gratitude has a way of opening the heart and aligning it with purpose. When we are grateful, our perspective shifts from focusing on what is lacking to recognizing the abundance that is already present. It allows us to see challenges not as obstacles, but as lessons. To see hardships not as punishments, but as preparation. And to see delays not as disappointments, but as divine timing at work. Every time we embrace gratitude, we are essentially telling God and the universe that we recognize the hand of providence in our lives. And in doing so, we create space for more blessings to flow. Gratitude is powerful because it transforms fear into faith, doubt into trust, and anxiety into peace. When we are truly grateful, we are acknowledging that we are not alone. that we are being guided, protected, and provided for in ways beyond our comprehension. It is a recognition that every small detail, every encounter, every twist and turn, and even every trial has been orchestrated to teach us, strengthen us, and move us closer to the life we are meant to live. Today, I urge you not just to hear this message, but to celebrate it. To congratulate yourself for being in the right place at the right time, for having eyes to see and ears to hear, and for being ready to receive the blessings that are flowing into your life. Celebration is an extension of gratitude. It is the outward expression of an inward recognition. When you celebrate God's timing, you are aligning yourself with His plan. You are saying that you trust the journey, that you embrace the lessons, and that you are willing to step boldly into the future that has been prepared for you. Gratitude also strengthens relationships and builds community. When we acknowledge and celebrate the goodness around us, we inspire others to do the same. We become a beacon of hope, reminding others that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for, always a reason to rejoice, and always a sign that life is moving according to a higher purpose. Many people fail to see the power of gratitude because they focus only on what they lack, what has gone wrong, or what they fear might never happen. But the truth is that gratitude has the power to transform ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It allows us to step into life with joy, confidence, and a sense of purpose that cannot be shaken by circumstance. So today, before March 21 arrives, take a moment to express gratitude for this message, for the timing of its arrival, and for the opportunity it brings. Congratulate yourself for being able to recognize it, for being ready to respond, and for having a heart that is open to blessing. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a choice, a practice, and a pathway to abundance. Embrace it fully and watch how your life begins to shift, how doors that were previously closed begin to open, and how the peace, joy, and fulfillment you have been seeking begin to manifest in ways you could never have imagined. When you approach life with a grateful heart, every message, every opportunity, and every moment becomes a reason to celebrate, a reason to rejoice, and a reason to step confidently into the divine purpose that awaits you. Hearing a message at the right time is a blessing, but hearing it is not enough. Every divine message carries with it a call to respond, a call to action, a call to align our lives with the greater purpose that has been set before us. When this message reaches you before March 21, it is not meant to be merely read or listened to and then forgotten. It is meant to stir something deep within your heart, something that compels you to act, to move beyond the comfort of observation into the courage of participation. Responding to this call requires awareness, faith, and willingness. Many people receive guidance, inspiration, or even direct signs, but they hesitate. They delay, unsure of the right step, or they convince themselves that the moment is not significant enough to warrant immediate action. Yet life is filled with opportunities that come once, and divine timing waits for no one. The question is not whether the message is valid or whether the opportunity is real. The question is whether your heart is ready to respond, whether your spirit is willing to take that step, and whether your faith is strong enough to trust in the path that is being revealed. To respond is to recognize that life is not merely a series of random events, but a carefully orchestrated plan in which your decisions matter. It is to acknowledge that your actions, when aligned with divine guidance, have the power to shift the course of your life. When you act upon the message before March 21, you are participating in a process that is larger than yourself, a process designed to bring about growth, transformation, and fulfillment. Responding also requires courage. Fear often whispers, "Wait, perhaps it is not the right time," or Maybe you are not ready. Doubt tells us we are unworthy, unprepared, or incapable. But the moment you hear this message and feel a stirring within, that is your soul recognizing an opportunity to step out in faith. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Each time you respond, each time you take a step forward, your faith grows stronger, your confidence in God's plan deepens, and your understanding of your purpose becomes clearer. Action is the bridge between hearing and receiving. Without action, a message remains just words. It remains potential energy, waiting to be realized. But when you move, when you act, when you respond, that energy transforms into results, blessings, and progress. Consider for a moment the difference it makes to respond immediately versus waiting. Opportunities that might have been available can pass. Moments of insight can fade, and the alignment of divine timing can shift. Responding promptly is not impulsive. It is an act of faith, a recognition that God's timing is perfect, and that your willingness to participate is essential to receiving the full measure of blessing that has been prepared. This call to respond is also a call to trust. Trust that even if the path is not fully clear, every step you take in faith is guided. Trust that the outcomes will be for your ultimate good. Trust that moving forward, even in uncertainty, is far better than standing still in hesitation. So today, as you hear this message before March 21st, do not simply nod in acknowledgement. Let it ignite action within you. Let it stir determination, faith, and courage. Step forward boldly, knowing that your response is a declaration that you are ready to receive, ready to participate, and ready to embrace the plan that has been laid before you. Life does not reward hesitation. It rewards action taken in faith. When you answer the call embedded in this message, you align yourself with purpose. You open the door to blessing, and you demonstrate a heart willing to partner with God in the unfolding of His perfect timing. Your response is the key that transforms potential into reality, and the moment to act is now. Fear and doubt are two of the most powerful forces that can hold a person back from stepping into the life they were meant to live. They creep quietly into our hearts, whispering lies that distort reality, making us question our worth, our purpose, and even the timing of blessings that God has placed before us. When this message reaches you before March 21, it serves as a reminder that God's hand is at work, even in moments when fear and doubt seem overwhelming. It is natural to feel hesitation, to wonder if we are ready, capable, or deserving. Life has a way of presenting challenges that shake our confidence and make us question our path. Yet these very challenges are not signs of abandonment. They are opportunities for growth, for faith, and for the strengthening of our spirit. Fear tells us to wait, to hesitate, to stay in our comfort zone. Doubt convinces us that we are alone, that our efforts are in vain, or that the blessings meant for us are out of reach. But these feelings are precisely the moments when faith must rise, when trust in God must overcome uncertainty, and when courage must move us forward despite what the heart may feel. Understanding that God's timing is perfect helps to quiet fear. Nothing happens by accident, and nothing is delayed without reason. Every moment, every experience, every obstacle has been placed in your life to prepare you, to refine you, and to align you with the destiny that is uniquely yours. When you grasp this truth, fear loses its power because you recognize that you are not alone, that the circumstances are not random, and that even delays or setbacks are part of a greater plan designed for your good. Overcoming fear and doubt requires action rooted in trust. It requires taking the next step, even when the path is not fully visible, and believing that each step is guided by wisdom beyond our understanding. Faith is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward in spite of it. When this message reaches you before March 21, it is an invitation to step forward courageously, to refuse to let hesitation rob you of blessings, and to trust that God's provision is always on time. It also requires reflection and alignment of the heart. Fear often comes from focusing on what might go wrong, on what is uncertain, or on the opinions of others. But when we focus on the goodness and faithfulness of God, when we meditate on past moments of guidance and answered prayers, fear diminishes and doubt fades. Every experience where God has been faithful is a reminder that He will continue to be faithful. Surrounding yourself with truth, Scripture, and encouragement can reinforce courage. Speaking words of faith over your life, reminding yourself of your purpose, and declaring that you trust in God's perfect timing are acts of spiritual strength that silence fear and dissolve doubt. Today, before March 21 arrives, consider this moment an opportunity to release fear and doubt from your heart. Recognize that every hesitation is a chance for growth. Every uncertainty is a chance to lean on divine wisdom, and every worry is an invitation to trust more deeply. When you embrace faith in place of fear, when you replace doubt with trust, you position yourself to receive the blessings that are already on their way. Life's greatest moments often lie just beyond the edge of fear, and the most profound growth comes after doubt has been confronted and overcome. So step boldly, trust unwaveringly, and move forward confidently, knowing that God's timing is perfect, that He is with you every step of the way, and that fear and doubt have no authority over the life He has prepared for you. Today, let courage and faith rise within you, and let this message before March 21 be the spark that ignites your unstoppable journey toward purpose, fulfillment, and divine blessing. Every life is designed with a purpose, a reason for being that extends beyond the ordinary routines, challenges, and distractions that often consume our days. When this message reaches you before March 21, it is a powerful reminder that your life is meant for something greater, that there is a divine plan in motion, and that the steps you take today can bring you closer to the destiny you were created to fulfill. Embracing a life of purpose begins with awareness. The awareness that every moment, every encounter, and every opportunity is connected to a bigger picture. It requires recognizing that your experiences, both joyous and painful, are not random, but are part of the preparation, the shaping, and the refining of your character and your spirit. Too often, people drift through life, moving from one day to the next without understanding that their life has a calling, a mission that can make a lasting impact. Receiving this message before March 21 is a chance to pause, to reflect, and to realign your priorities, actions, and mindset with the purpose that is uniquely yours. Living with purpose also requires intentionality. It is not enough to simply acknowledge that life has meaning. We must actively seek to fulfill that meaning through our choices, our efforts, and our dedication. Each decision you make, each step you take, has the potential to either move you closer to your purpose or lead you away from it. When you embrace purpose, you act with direction, clarity, and confidence, knowing that your life is not a series of coincidences, but a journey guided by divine wisdom. This journey of purpose is strengthened by faith. Faith allows you to trust that even when the path is unclear, even when obstacles appear daunting, and even when outcomes seem uncertain, there is a higher plan at work. By stepping into your purpose with faith, you align yourself with opportunities that are meant for you. Attract blessings that are in harmony with your destiny, and fulfill the potential that God has placed within you. Purpose also transforms the way you experience challenges. When life tests your patience, strength, or resolve, viewing these moments through the lens of purpose helps you understand that each trial is shaping you, equipping you, and preparing you for the greater mission that lies ahead. Challenges become stepping stones, setbacks become lessons, and difficulties become catalysts for growth. Furthermore, embracing a life of purpose inspires those around you. When you live intentionally, pursue your calling, and act in alignment with your faith, you become a source of hope, encouragement, and inspiration for others. Your example shows that a life grounded in purpose is a life of meaning, impact, and fulfillment. And it invites others to seek their own path with courage and conviction. Today, before March 21, take this message as a call to action. Celebrate the life you have been given. Acknowledge the unique gifts and talents that set you apart, and commit to living intentionally with purpose. Do not allow fear, doubt, or distraction to divert you from the path that has been laid before you. Step boldly into your destiny, trusting that every moment, every decision, and every effort contributes to a life that is extraordinary, impactful, and deeply fulfilling. By embracing your purpose fully, you unlock the potential for transformation, not only in your own life, but in the lives of countless others who are touched by your faith, dedication, and courage. Let this moment, this message before March 21, be the turning point, the spark that ignites your commitment to live a life of intention, meaning, and divine significance. Recognize that your life is not meant to be ordinary. It is meant to shine, to influence, and to fulfill the extraordinary purpose that has been prepared for you from the beginning.